Okay, next up was the package, the history package, attempting to explain or excuse or present a case for forgiveness of whatever is applicable here, the match between Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. And I got to be honest with you, I watched the package. I had to go get some ice cream. I did not want to watch this match without ice cream.
That's not what I expected.
No, and I honestly, I had only taken a little bit out of my quart of that Breyer's like New York cheesecake strawberry ice cream, frozen dessert as they call it or whatever. I sat and ate this whole thing with a spoon watching this thing. Let me just start out by saying that, again, if this match had been presented in any arena in the territory days of any wrestling promotion, any territory, it would have caused a fucking riot. Because people would have been so insulted, confused, incensed, storming the box office, demanding their money back, screaming fake, phony. It would kill the town. The promoter, if you did something like this, nobody would have ever come back and bought another ticket. And now they do it on fucking worldwide television. I'm led to believe well, first of all, in the package. Besides the fact that they want us to think that Alexa Bliss in any way, shape, or form is going to last 2 minutes physically, with Shayna Baszler, who was an actual MMA fighter, or the apologize to the doll shtick, the sci-fi lighting all through the backstage area of the arena that they were in. She was running from the doll, and she's panicked. This is an MMA fighter, and she's running from a voodoo doll, and she panics and slams the door and puts the chain on the door, and then turns around. It's in the room. No, it's not. It's in the mirror. No, it's not. She breaks the mirror. It's still there. Before the match even started, I wrote, fuck all these people. This was ridiculous. And then they do a promo with Shayna Baszler where she gives no explanation of how she got out of that room or away from that evil doll. Because Telly Savalas couldn't get away from it. Sooner or later, it got him. My name is Talkie Tina, and I don't like you very much. Telly fucking threw that goddamn doll in the garbage can, put a brick on that lid. Still got him. She got away. How did she do that? Anyway. What are you laughing about? These are legitimate questions.
I don't know, just you casually throwing Telly Savalas into the mix here. Kind of got me a little bit.
My name is Talkie Tina, and I'm going to kill you.
There aren't too many Tellys anymore.
No Tellys and even fewer Tullys. And and here's another name, Tilly. You don't hear many Tillys gone the way of Gladys and Ethel. Anyway, so they had this match. Baszler, the MMA shoot fighter, came out with a 350-pound tag team partner and a manager from Cirque du Soleil. And Alexa Bliss, who is the heel here? Is it the evil, demonically possessed, supernatural black bile vomiter, or the MMA fighter with the big tag team partner and the manager that outnumbers the 90-pound evil, satanic, fucking hell. So, basically the story of whatever this was Shayna Baszler would kick the shit out of Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss would sell for a second and then start laughing and ask her to do some more. And she crawls weird also. She must be double-jointed or even triple-jointed, possibly a contortionist. Think she's a sword swallower too? I didn't get your comment on that.
I'm not commenting on that.
You know, you can get high-paying jobs for twisting your body into various conditions and permutations like she does. Anyway, at some point, Alexa Bliss hypnotized apparently Shayna Baszler and then made a comeback, and then everything came to a halt when she turned around and hypnotized Nia Jax into slapping the dog piss out of old Reggie. Everything comes to a halt. Alexa Bliss standing in the ring staring at Nia Jax. Nia Jax with the dumbfounded look on her, actually a different type of dumbfounded blank look than she normally has. Normally she's confused. This was just a trance. And she just fucking bitch slapped Reggie out of his socks. This is god-awful. And then somehow Alexa splashed. And by the way, I did have a tweet from somebody that said, yes, on our show last week, every time we were talking about Alexa Bliss, their Alexa was fucking just going crazy. Alexa! Anyway, she splashed Shayna off the top, 1, 2, 3. That was it. Then suddenly Nia Jax didn't realize what she did to Reginald. And Drek. And by the way, it was 50-50, 3 women's matches on this show, and this was definitely one too many. Fucking Jesus Christ. Drek, I say. Can you see that having happened in, let's say, the Carolina, Greensboro? It's 12,000 people there at the Greensboro Coliseum. The main event's going to be Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat, whatever the fuck, and on the undercard you have that match, and this girl is hypnotizing these people into doing things. Can you imagine they would have set the seats on fire and thrown shit into the ring.
But hey, would have been big in Argentina.
It would have been a Titanic in Argentina.
That's the only place it would have worked. You know, I was watching this, and I've seen so many stupid Alexa Bliss things. At least they kept us away from. Usually it's right before a Roman Reigns match, he does her little magic. But I realize I'm watching this, and in a lot of ways, I'm the target audience. I'm a wrestling fan. I enjoy weird comedy and weird entertainment. I like a lot of the shows that have been on Adult Swim over the last 20 years. I like David Lynch films. I love Twin Peaks. I like when they brought Twin Peaks back. It was the weirdest shit of all time. I like weird shit, and I like wrestling. And I hate the Alexa Bliss shit. I hate it. It's not good. I admit she's committed to the role. And I think she should get an agent to go to Hollywood and work on that. But I don't understand who the target audience for. Now, I put up a tweet about that just saying, if you enjoy this, why? Also, when did you start watching wrestling? And have you ever been embarrassed by wrestling? And most people responded back that no, they hate it, they're embarrassed by it. A lot of people said their kids are embarrassed by it. I don't understand what the audience is. Someone wrote to me, well, they move a lot of merchandise. They're the big merchandise movers now, The Fiend and Alexa. So there is something to that, and that is always that's always a metric that Vince looks at. But on the other hand, this is so bad. Someone else wrote, well, it's for kids, Brian. It's for kids. And I didn't have the stats in front of me, but I thought I was right. From what I remember, kids are actually the very smallest demographic watching WWE. The smallest audience are whatever you would classify as kids. It's an older audience. And Dave Meltzer actually retweeted that and confirmed it, which is very nice. Thank you, Dave. Jumping in for the good guys for once.
I was about to say, well, you might need to recheck your stats if that's the case, if he supported it, but go ahead.
But that's the point. The kid audience is the smallest audience, yet the show feels like it's catered towards a young or dumb audience. And I don't understand why. Because that isn't the audience watching. And I think a lot of people who watch out of habit more than any other reason.
Well, yeah. And I've said before, it's like an abusive relationship. When you've been a wrestling fan for so long, even though it sucks, you don't want to be the one to end it, blah, blah, blah. But I will say that it may not be a kid's audience, but at this point, anybody that's still watching is Their intelligence is suspect. Just because why would you do this to yourself anymore? But it's the wrestling bug that people get, and they don't want to be, excommunicated from the business until finally something happened, like when WCW closed down, and all those people said, well, now WWF wrestling is going to be the only thing, so we're just going to find something else to do.
And you know what the other problem is, too? And we've said it before about The Fiend, even though he has a wrestling pedigree. He was not just I guess it was collegiate. I know at least he was a high school champion, but I don't even know if he was collegiate or not. But, of course, the background of being a Rotunda or Wyndham. He comes from that family. Yet with him, with Alexa, with a lot of other people of this generation in wrestling, there are people out there like the FTRs and the MJFs and others who really want to do this and do this well. And then there are other people, I think, they may get into it once they're in it, but they just want to be performers. And they just want to perform in one way or another. And if it wasn't this, they'd be out in Hollywood trying to do something else. And I'm not saying Alexa Bliss isn't good in her role as this. I'm saying the role sucks. It doesn't belong here. I hate it. Go away. I mean, she should be doing something with acting. That's clearly what her passion is. Yeah.
And I would fully support that. And you know what? Here's another thing. The colored Firefly Funhouse motif and everything. She's got the bright colors and everything going on. It reminds me, Brian, to be quite honest with you, of our favorite cereal. All those colors. And I was just thinking, if she would go out to Hollywood and start her day off with a good, healthy breakfast every morning and find some acting gigs, well, that would just be swell. Wouldn't it?
Magical.
It would be magical. All she needs to do is go to Hollywood and get the magic spoon. Many people have done that before, but right now, you can get the best magic spoon. You can stop it. Shut up. You can get the best magic spoon, the kind that you eat for breakfast. Our friends at Magic Spoon, the tastiest and healthiest cereal that you will ever shove down your gullet, folks, with 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving. 140 calories a serving. It's keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, and GMO-free, but not taste-free nor value-free. Because, folks, you can eat it for breakfast. You can eat it like trail mix. You can eat it around the house. You can eat it any time of day or night, whether with milk or without. Just grab a handful. The available flavors where you can build your own custom bundle box are cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, and cinnamon. And they're all delicious. We've tweeted some of the many testimonials that we get from people who have ordered time and time again. You go to magicspoon.com/Jim and use the promo code JIM, J-I-M, at checkout. You'll save $5 off of your order of a custom bundle of boxes of Magic Spoon. 100% happiness guarantee. If you don't like it for any reason, they will refund your money, you old dirty Grinch, you. No questions asked. But just get that next delicious bowl of guilt-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Jim and use the code JIM to save $5 off. Magic Spoon.
Yeah.
You don't even need to go to Hollywood to get that Magic Spoon.
Jake's been looking for that Magic Spoon for the last few years. He doesn't know where it left it.
Yeah, it's very important what you put in that spoon, though. This is healthy stuff.
That's right.